What's going on, gig hustlers? This is the Gig Accountant. My name is Naz, and I'm a licensed CPA in the state of New Jersey. I'm the one and only accountant that does gig economy work, doing work on platforms such as Grubhub, DoorDash, Uber Eats, Postmates. Referral links are down in the description box below if you're interested in signing up to any of those. So, just an update on the past situation where Grubhub stole my money, guys.
Don't take this personal, but you getting jacked.
I mess with girls on and
I kept on hounding my driver specialist and driver payment email, and they stopped responding to my email. So I went and found another email address on the Grubhub website. I emailed them. They directed me to another driver partnership email or driver partner email. I emailed them. They never responded.
That's what he is, a bum.
But yesterday, I, out of the blue,
You how you are, you just have to say that you're fine, and you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
Received a contribution of $18, which is not $22, which is what the order was, but it's most of it. I'm not sure if the contribution was for that or if it was other bonuses that they hadn't paid out in the past.
in a quarter mile.
But if that $18 was partial pay for the completed percentage of the delivery that I made, I'll be happy with that. But I haven't received any email that advised me as to what that contribution was for, or if they were like paying that out for that. So I don't know what that is. But really, yeah, it just like infuriates me that I had to go through this entire process. I had that entire thing in my mind. I was writing emails, like reaching out to folks. Folks were treating me like a pest, like I was trying to extort money out of Grubhub instead of being paid out what I was deserved. But it really goes to show you, I mean, Grubhub especially, but other companies as well, they see you as replaceable, fungible commodities. You're like nothing to them. They won't honor the contract on their end, but then on your side, they'll try to subject you to the provisions, the stipulations of the contract. For us, they view the contract that they have with us as a joke. It's something that they could just play willy-nilly with it whenever they want. But there you go. That's just my thoughts about it. But yeah, going into as we head into the end of the year, summer is pretty much behind us. We're headed into autumn, fall, into the winter. My thoughts about the entire gig economy food delivery game is that, yeah, you can make good money from it. You have to watch out because these companies will exploit you. They view you as just a source, a means to an end, a source of income for them, and an expense. And they want to minimize the expense wherever possible. And they'll play their games when they have to in order to squeeze every red cent out of you, to minimize the cost that they're paying you, to minimize what they have to compensate you. It'll either be in the front end or the back end. Front end being their initial payout. So Grubhub pays out the best, generally speaking. But in the back end, Grubhub will try to not pay you for these canceled orders or these mistakes where they reassign the order after you picked up the order, things like that. They'll try to squeeze the cost out of you from that end. And the other platforms generally tend to pay out, pay you out. Like if the order was canceled but you already picked up the order, they'll pay you at least a portion of the order. But they pay less in the front end. But yeah, there you go. But it really goes to show you that you really need to have multiple sources of income so that you're not really subject to the whims of any individual company. So some folks do this full time. I'm not one of those. I have a full-time job. I'm an accountant at a Fortune 500 company. So that's my main source of income. And then I subsidize that income through Grubhub and other platforms DoorDash, Uber Eats, sometimes Postmates. This tax season, I'm going to be doing some taxes on the side as side work. So I'm going to be like tapering off the gig economy work during the tax season. And then going to the future, just like trying to maybe like look for other opportunities, other areas where I can generate some income. And that's what you need to do, because you never know what the future holds for you. Like if I lost my main income, I have this to rely on. I have my other side business, my like tax work, bookkeeping, that kind of stuff that can sustain me for a bit. And also due to the fact that I have my education, I'd be able to find another job eventually. I don't know if it would be at the same level of pay or not, but I'd probably be able to find something on a full-time basis as well. And it's just something that you need to keep in mind. Can't be too loyal to any one company. I was loyal to Grubhub.
In 1,000
I was
feet,
trying to
your destination will be on the left.
trying to do right by Grubhub, trying to do right by the customer, and trying to do right by the restaurant. But time and time again, I get, exploited by each and every one of these individuals, by Grubhub, by the customer, and by the restaurant. Lack of appreciation. I mean, I'm not going to say it's every single individual, but it's it's enough. I mean, like Grubhub as an entity is made up by a large number of folks. It's not every single person that's going to try to exploit you, but
Your destination is on the left.
one time is enough to really put a sour taste in, because you're dealing with people's money here. So, and when you're dealing with people's money, people don't like to play games. But yeah, that's all I got to say about that. Headed into the weekend, just planning to work. I have a job interview this coming next week. I have a few other things going on, so I'm gonna have to prepare for that. But yeah, you guys, let me know what your thoughts and comments are down below. What do you guys think about generating multiple sources of income? Is Grubhub or DoorDash or whatever, is that your main squeeze? If you guys like the content, please like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. All right, guys, that's all I got to say for now. So you guys stay safe out there, work hard, work smart, stay hustling, and have a good one, guys. Peace.